This is now a well-practiced drill. More lines, more chains, and Freddie Broom has to hope his livelihood survives yet another storm.
There's a point where it's stupidity. I look at it, I've got the experience to look at the weather to think, well, I can fish in that weather and fish safely, or I just have to leave the boat tied up and wait for a break in the weather.
And no money?
And no money. No, none at all.
Brixham in Devon is the biggest fishing port in the southwest, but this haul of sprat is just a tiny fraction of what they should be landing. Another storm approaching is the last thing anyone wants. The running repairs are taking place all along this coastline, not least at Dawlish, where the severed rail link is still causing enormous disruption. Among the orange figures, the Transport Secretary, listening to the initial assessments.
Network Rail have advised me that they hope to have it completed and repaired within 6 weeks. Obviously we're worried about the weather tonight and tomorrow night. There is no doubt in my mind that I want to see it repaired as quickly as we possibly can, but also repaired up to a standard that gives resilience.
But the man who should be running the trains knows the 6-week time frame is very optimistic.
They've got a big challenge ahead of them with more difficult weather, so I think people need to recognise that's a real challenge, but one that everyone in the railway industry is up for.
His passengers will see reduced fares next week, but at the end of the line in Cornwall, people are more concerned with the forecast of a weekend of strong winds and yet more heavy rain. Those on the front line say the preparations are once again in place.
That's all we can do really, is just literally clear everything off the quay now that might get washed around. Obviously we'll be here this evening to monitor the situation and make sure that the public are kept at a safe distance.
For now, finding safe harbour is the priority, but riding out yet another storm is getting tedious. Tom Parmenter, Sky News, Devon.